Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. It's now November 15th here in New York City, 2024. Tonight is going to be the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. And I want to show you guys some of the things that I've noticed. And if you guys want to bet on that, you can. If you're in New York City, you're not going to be able to bet on that because FanDuel and I think other sportsbook are not allowing the fight to be gambled on in New York City for some reason. But let me show you guys what I've noticed about this upcoming fight. So, Mike Tyson, right? This is going to be his 59th career fight. We know that number is an infamous number, right? It's been stamped on black people throughout history. And if you guys notice up here, he has 50 wins, 6 losses, 44 knockouts. Keep in mind that today leaves 45 days left in the year. So he could pick up his 45th knockout if he knocks out Jake Paul on a day leaving 45 days left in the year. But if you notice, Jake Paul, he was born Jake Joseph Paul. His full name equals 51. And Mike Tyson needs one more win to get to 51. And I read on the boxing website that this fight is going to count towards the records. Jake Paul, his record is 10-1. And yeah, you see it up here, 10-1. Let me just show you the official boxing website. If he loses, he'll be 10-2. We know that number is infamous because slavery, the N-word is 102. Of course, he's fighting the guy with the 42 name, Tyson. And think about the number 102, right? It's the reflection of 201. And if you guys remember, this fight was originally scheduled for July 20th, which is the 201st day of the year, and then he rescheduled to today, November 15th. But for one more 201, I want you guys to notice how Jake Paul, who was born January 17th, 1997, he was born 201 days after Mike Tyson's birthday. And again, the Jesuit order of Illuminati is 201. If he loses to Tyson today, he'll be 10-2, the reflection of 201. Big number with the Jesuit order. Keep in mind that today is also a date with 51 numerology to go along with Mike Tyson picking up his 51st win. If you guys remember, Mike Tyson lost to Kevin McBride back in 2005. And that was 233 months ago, the 51st prime number. So, there's a lot of good things pointing at a Mike Tyson upset. The odd makers, they actually have Jake Paul as the favorite. They actually have him as a big favorite. So if you are in a state that can you can bet on this fight, I would take a stab at Mike Tyson upsetting, but I wouldn't put too much money on it because betting on boxing is not the same as betting on the other sports like baseball and NBA and football. But notice what it says here: the fight was originally scheduled for July 20th. Again, that's the 201st day of the year. Again, Jake Paul born 201 days after Tyson's birthday. But what I want to show you is this right here. The Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul odds. It says that Jake Paul is a negative 210 favorite, which means you have to bet $210 just to make 100. And Tyson is a plus 165. So if you bet 100, you win $165. So this is going to be a big upset if Mike Tyson pulls it off in the big 51 ritual during his 59th career fight. And if he does knock him out, probably the odds is even higher for him to knock him out. Again, 45 days left in the year. He's going for number 45. He has 44 knockouts right now. You know what else is interesting? If he does win, Mike Tyson, he'll be 51-6. Holy Bible has that Gematria of 45 and 516 in George Gematria. So he can improve to 51-6 and pick up his 45th knockout. Nice tribute to the Holy Bible, to the the Jesuit order. They're paying tribute to the Bible and the church, because again these things are rituals. There's a reason they're doing these things by the numbers. Also, today's 139 days after Mike Tyson's birthday, and I think that's big because the name Jake Paul is 139, like Freemasonry. Notice there, 139. From July 30th to today is 139 days. And I'll show you in case you guys don't trust me or believe me. Well, actually, today's the 139th day of his age. All right. Again, that's the Freemasonry number. The name Jake Paul is 139. And I made a mistake. I said today's a day with 51 numerology. It's not. It's not. It's actually a day with 50 numerology. I don't know why. Earlier, let me see. Oh, I see what it is. This is tomorrow's day numerology, November 16th. Tomorrow's a day with 51 numerology. So disregard this. But the name Jake Paul, Jake Joseph Paul does equal 51. It's a day with 50 numerology. Excuse me. So not 51. But I think 50 is also important because I think the name Tyson. What is it about this guy's name that's 50? I don't remember. I know Mike Tyson. I think he did have a 50 name, a 50 numerology in his name. The name Mike was also 51, right? And the name Mike was also 138. It's 138 days after his birthday. It's the 139th day of his age, though. So he could pick up his 50th. Guys, see that? He could pick up his 51st win 138 days after his birthday. Michael. And if you didn't know, Mike Tyson is not, his name is not Mike. It's actually Michael Tyson. He was born Michael Gerard Tyson. He's 58 years old, Freemasonry 58. Again, today's the 139th day of him being 58. Look at that. Yeah. Interesting. 58 and 139. All right, he's 58 years old. Today's the 139th day of his age. And it's also his 59th fight. How perfect. What a Masonic ritual this is right here. What a Masonic ritual. Mike Tyson is fighting his 59th career fight on his 139th day of being 58. Wow. But we shall see what happens. Again, he is the big underdog. So, also, you guys saw the predictive programming for this. In 1987, the video game Punch Out by Nintendo, they had a character that looks very similar to Jake Paul. And I think I have a photo of that character. I must have deleted it. Let's see. I can pull it out. I think the guy's name was Glass. Here it is. Glass Joe. He looks just like Jake Paul. This video game came out in 1987. What's funny about that, Jake Paul wasn't even born yet. He was born in 1997. But we know how this stuff works. These people are scripting things way in advance, and even before these people are even born. These people are definitely born for the role. But Glass Joe, Mike Tyson even wore a T-shirt. You know, it's actually the thumbnail of this video. He wore a T-shirt showing Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson in the video game version. See if I can pull it up. And the funny part that this video game it re-released a few years ago, so they want to remind people of the predictive programming. Well, it's actually the thumbnail of this video. So I think if you go to the thumbnail, here it is. So I have it here, Paul versus Tyson, and at the bottom, and you know what's funny? El Gallo del Dorado, man. Oh my gosh, Gallo del Dorado. His shirt says this name El Dorado, El Gallo del Dorado, and I find that interesting because Jake Paul was born in El Dorado. Hold on, he was born. Actually, he wasn't born there, but he lives there now. He lives in Dorado, Puerto Rico. See it up here? He lives in Dorado, Puerto Rico. He was born in Cleveland, but he was born in Dorado, Puerto Rico. And the name of the character on the shirt that Tyson wore was called El Gallo of Dorado, which means like the rooster of El Dorado. And roosters, it's associated with Puerto Rican culture. Check. What am I looking for? Mike Tyson's T-shirt, right? Mike Tyson's sweatshirt. Jake Paul. Mike Tyson wearing. I don't know where I found that image, but I found it earlier. Now I can't find it, so I can show you guys. Um, I think this is how I found it. If I can't find it, then maybe you guys can find it on your own time. But the point I'm trying to make is that they're predicting this stuff way in advance. These fights are scripted. They are predetermined. You know, whatever the outcome is tonight, it wasn't decided in the ring. It was decided way in advance. Again, this guy was born 201 days after Mike Tyson's birthday, and here he is fighting the biggest fight of his life against Iron Mike Tyson in a big 201 ritual if he does lose. I can't find that fucking photo, man. It's crazy. Mm-mm. Yeah, look at this guy. On Facebook, Nintendo predicted this fight back in the 1980s. They didn't predict it. They foreshadowed it. Because this stuff is all scripted. 10 years before Jake Paul was born, they already knew he was going to fight Mike Tyson in 2024, which goes to show you how far in advance they're scripting things. 1987, that was the year that I was born. That was 37 years ago. Amazing. 37 years ago, they already knew. Oh, and this is a preview of the video game. Here he is fighting Jake Paul. Look. Knocked him out. First punch. Oh, you want to get back up? Okay, here we go. Bing. That's actually Glass Joe, though. The character's name is Glass Joe. Oh, you got some hits on Mike? Not for long. All it takes is one hit from Mike. Amazing. I wonder if that's how it's going to play out tonight. Yeah, Mr. 10-1. I wonder if he becomes 10-2 against the black fighter. Yeah, but man, you guys saw that Freemasonry 138, 58, 59. 100 on his 139th day of his age. It's not rigged. Yeah, but this is the photo I'm looking for, and I cannot find it. Let me see if I can type it in. Most valuable promotion. I cannot find this T-shirt. Paul versus Tyson. Most valuable promotion. T-shirt. I cannot find it. It doesn't want to pop up now. Oh, here it is. It did. It popped up. Here it is. You see, this was Mike Tyson wearing the shirt. Oh, that's why it was on his Instagram page. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, but the mockery, right? He comes out wearing the shirt. There was better, definitely a better photo though. This one is kind of blurry. But you guys get the point, right? So he was wearing this shirt. Again, the video game predicted this in 1987 that these two was gonna match up, and here they are, 37 years later. All right. So again, if you are in a state that you can bet on this fight, I will recommend it. If you don't want to just want to watch it, you can just watch it and see the ritual play out. But the reason I'm saying that is because this is probably going to be a good opportunity to make some money because Tyson is the underdog, and he has the narrative to win. Again, refreshing you guys' memory. I gotta fix this. It's not a day with 51 numerology. I put it wrong in the calculator. But again, he is fighting the guy with the 51 name, Jake Joseph Paul. He's on 50 career wins. It's 233 months after his last fight when he lost to Kevin McBride, Mike Tyson. His 59th fight is coming on his 139th day of his age. He's going for win number 51. Right? That's what we said. It's whatever the values of Freemasonry is. Let me just pull it back up. So at the age of 58, he's going for his 59th fight on his 139th day of his age. All right, and yeah. Oh, and keep in mind that Mike Tyson was also born on a day with 102 numerology, right? Okay. And lastly, he has 44 knockouts, one more to get 45. So good luck. Let's see what happens tomorrow, and yeah, we'll talk about it after the fight. See what happens. If Mike Tyson loses, I'll be shocked, but it's not gonna. It doesn't mean that it's not rigged. All right, so let me just see. Yeah, I think we covered most of it. So I'm gonna take a look at the chat, and then I'll probably call it a day. Yeah, Brad. He wore the shirt. He wore the shirt. So SynCorp says he has the draw at plus 900. Okay, so Tyson to knock him out is plus 250. I will put $40 on that. I will put $40 on that, to be honest. I can't do it because I'm in New York City. They're not allowing us to bet on the fight. I'll show you. I don't know why. Let me see. Here it is. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is unavailable. The Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight is unavailable in this state. You can't bet on it in New York City. Of course you can't, because this is the city that Simple Truth TV lives at. Just joking. I find that strange, man. Let me see what state does allow the fight to be bet on. If they allow it in Jersey, I'll probably take a drive down there. Jake Paul betting states. Look, they banned it in 7 U.S. states. Why? What the fuck? Seven out of the 38 American states where sports wagering is legalized have banned gambling on the fight for that very reason. For what reason? Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are set to collide in one of the most unusual boxing matches of all time on Friday night, with 7 American states refusing to take bets on the controversial Netflix event. Tyson, age 58, is making an astonishing return to the sport to face 27-year-old Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer who has brutally knocked out his previous 3 opponents. Given his age and the fact he has not fought competitively since 2005, that was 233 weeks ago, Mike Tyson, many have expressed concern over Iron Mike stepping back into the ring with an opponent 31 years his junior, especially after an initial July date was scraped when he suffered a medical emergency on a cross-county flight. Okay, so that's why they're banning it? What does that matter? Okay, so New York, Pennsylvania, Colorado are said to be among the states not taking bets on Tyson versus Paul on Friday night. The New York State Gaming Commission is not eligible for wagering because of the non-traditional rules. Oh my gosh. So maybe Jersey. I don't think Jersey's up on that list. So I could probably take a drive down there to Jersey and bet. I'm going to bet $51, you guys. Yep. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to bet $51. I don't want to take that drive just for a $50 wager. I'm going to sit out this fight. I'll just watch it. I don't want to put too much money on this fight because, again, this is not the same as betting on regular sports. That's why the odds are so great. And 9 out of 10 times the favorite wins in boxing and UFC. But we do get the upsets. Can't forget when we called Conor McGregor getting knocked out by, what was that fight, man? It was Conor McGregor versus this guy from Saved by the Bell that passed away. Yeah, Dustin the Diamond. Dustin Diamond died, the actor from Saved by the Bell. And then a month later, they had to fight they had Dustin the Diamond, go against Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier, he upsetted Conor McGregor right after. His nickname is the Diamond. Dustin the Diamond upsets Conor McGregor right after Dustin Diamond dies from cancer. On a day with 44 numerology, Screech. Cancer's 44, chemo's 44, kills 44. He dies on a day with 44 numerology at the age of 44. The actor Dustin Diamond. Right before Dustin the Diamond wins in the upset. And you know what's funny? This guy's full name equals the same thing as that UFC fight. So whatever this guy's name is in Gematria, that's what that fight was. UFC 257. You see how his full name is 257? He upsetted Conor McGregor at UFC 257. See that? There it is. And we called that. We called it. Because we don't get any credit for that. We only get credit for the things we get wrong. Dustin Diamond upset Conor McGregor. Became 30-9 on January 23rd, 2021 at UFC 257 when the guy's full name is 257. Like blood sacrifice, right? The other actor died in a blood sacrifice in that same month. Actually, he died right at he died on the day before 44 numerology. I don't remember what day he died though. Let me see. Yeah, he died right after the fight. He died on February 1st, 2021, the day before 44 numerology. At the age of 44. So right after the rig UFC fight. And the reason we called this, we actually called it before the actor died. That's how impressive this call was. Because in the beginning of the year, they came out with the news that Dustin Diamond had cancer. And I made a video that day. I said they're gonna sacrifice Dustin Diamond at the age of 44. And then we looked at this sporting event, and we noticed how his name was 257, and his name was very similar to the actor. So we betted on this guy to win UFC 257 in an upset. He did, and then a week or so later, the actor passed away at the age of 44. That's what happened. Of course, nobody remembers that. Like nobody remembers when we called the NASCAR race. I don't even want to get into that, but I heard that piece of shit say that that nobody in this community has ever called a NASCAR, and I'm like, first of all, I was the first person to call a NASCAR race. I'm probably one of the only ones to ever do it. I know Dr. Savage said he did it. He probably did, but it wasn't before me. With all due respect, Dr. Savage, you know I like you. I know I fuck with you. But I think I was the first one, and I think you know that. And the other guy, you know, he's telling people that it was actually somebody. It wasn't me. It was me. Chase Briscoe sacrificed his baby, his unborn child, and he wins the NASCAR race in a big 98 ritual. And we called it. Unborn baby, 156, like Darlington. He wins the race 156 days after his birthday in South Carolina. And then he takes a kneel down after he sacrifices his fucking baby. These pieces of shit or something else. But I'm pretty sure Dr. Savage has called some NASCAR races because he's into NASCAR. But, you know, the other guy, he wants to take, he never gives me the credit. He always talks about the shit that I get wrong and shit. Like, brainwashing your community, good fucking job. Doesn't really matter. But notice the 98 ritual that I was talking about. His full name was 98. The fight was on 21/5. And 521 is the 98th prime number. Toyota 200, that's the vehicle he drives, is 98. There's like the raceway. The racetrack was called Darlington Raceway, which equals 98. He wins. The guy with the 98 name. The guy with the 98 game. Then the driver with the 98 name wins on 21/5. When 521 is the 98th prime number, at the location that equals 98, in the vehicle that equals 98, 156 days after his unborn baby was murdered in his wife's stomach. Yeah, you heard it. He murdered his unborn baby. This guy right here, just to win a rigged NASCAR race. And my people made a lot of money because he was a plus 900. Including Dr. Savage. Dr. Savage made a video showing all the money he made from this race. All right. So let's see if we can nail this boxing match tonight. The upset. Another upset. Right. Just like we nailed the Dustin Poirier upset. But I'll leave it there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and good luck. Hey, it's actually 138 right now. It's 138. It's the organic side. Mr. Mike Tyson trying to win 138 days after his birthday. Peace. Thank you for watching.